Support my content by becoming a patron on patreon.com/JaianMusic.
Hi guys, and welcome to Anime Podcasters. This is the darkest hour of the podcast, the most experimental thing we've ever done on any episode ever before. And I have a ginger who is here to host it with me. How are you, my main man, Hotshot?
I'm good. I'm nervous. I'm afraid. You're kind of throwing me in under the bus on this one. You just kind of decided that, hey, we're doing this. So here I am doing this.
Hotshot, it's about new ventures. It's about going places that the podcast has never gone before. And this is one of those episodes where I'm going to look back at it and be like, this was a great, we started something
Well,
great.
guess what? I'm afraid.
Or I'm going to look back at it and be like, what the hell was I thinking? Today, the topic is anime versus Marvel. And you think Hotshot would be in a good mood because I'm trying to include like what he likes into the podcast. I've never seen Hotshot so nervous before, honestly.
I mean, when you think about it, think of any anime and then think of any Marvel character. There's a bit of an outgunned class there.
All right. I know, but this is possible. So, before we get into the podcast, and I'm going to explain everything ground up so you guys have a full understanding on how we're doing these battles. So, I have a quick announcement I want to make, something I'm super proud of. I'm super excited to announce this. Guys, I have sound designed and composed music for a short film. This is the very first short film I've ever done music and sound design for, and it's called The Maker. It's by someone called Mark, an animator, and he's super talented. I'm going to leave a link to the film in the description of this. Go check it out. Go show him some love. I'll leave links to his works. He's a great animator. I had so much fun doing this, and I'm studying music and film in September with a graduate diploma, and my goal this summer was like make music for a film, and I did it. And the summer's like barely even started, so I feel I'm on cloud 9. Not the podcast, that doesn't exist anymore, but I am feeling very good. So, all right, Hotshot. With that out of the way, are you ready to explain this, to go through the wheels of motions? Are you ready, Hotshot?
I'm ready to hear you do it because, again, I'm still lost on the rules.
I've literally explained this to you 5 times.
I'm kidding.
Are you? Be honest. Are you full on?
I'm full on kidding. Yes.
Okay. I mean full on like understanding. Like you're good.
I'm good. I'm fine. And if I'm wrong,
okay,
just step in.
Which is probably what's gonna happen. All right. So, the podcast Anime versus Marvel. This is how it worked. Based off of the Wikipedia page, the VS Battle Wiki, Hotshot has selected 3 Marvel characters, and I have selected 3 anime characters. We will dissect each of these characters in 3 different matchups. How do we go about the matchups? This is how it worked. There is a tiering system on the VS Battles Wiki. It goes from tier 9 all the way through 0, and the lower your tier is, the stronger your character is. So a character from tier 9 is the weakest, a character from tier 0 is the strongest. So we have predetermined tiers, which are 8, 6, and 4, representing weak, mid, and strong, and we have a character from each tier, and they're gonna face off. For example, I'm going to have one character from the Marvel tier, from the anime tier, Hotshot, one character from the Marvel tier. We're going to go through all the power and stats from each character, and then we're going to dissect and explain why my character or his character is going to win the battle, and then we're going to move on to the next one, and there's going to be a total of 3 battles. That's how it's going to go down. I really feel like that was clear, right? I clearly explained that. Anything else you want to add, Hotshot?
I'm still lost.
Stop doing that. Are you actually lost?
No, we're good. It's clear.
Okay, my instructions were clear. Hotshot, was my instructions clear? Yes or no?
Do you want the honest answer or the hotshot answer?
No, the honest
yes,
answer.
They were clear.
Thank you. Okay, so enough explaining, enough plugging, enough promoting. Let's go right into this. Also, the links to all the character stats will be in the description of this video and iTunes and SoundCloud post. So if you want to follow along and look at all the powers and stats, click on the links. The first battle is Black Widow versus Boruto Uzumaki. I'll let you announce the next battle. I'm sorry, I kind of stole your thunder there. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
So
I'll announce
Hotshot.
the next one. It's okay.
Yeah, you'll do. Okay, you'll announce the next 2. I'll let you announce the next 2. Okay.
All right.
So Hotshot, the first battle here. a Marvel battle, an anime battle. We have Black Widow versus Marvel. Would you like to begin by explaining Black Widow to us? I have sent you the link, so you have everything there.
Yep, you have sent me.
Let's go through. Yeah, I sent it all to you.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. So let's start talking to us. Who is Black Widow? What is her backstory? And then we'll get into the power and stats. Let's explain Black Widow a little bit.
All right, so Black Widow, and guys, I'm just gonna rip this completely from the site, so just bear with me. Again, the site is the VS Battles Wiki, so just so you guys know. All right, so Black Widow, formerly KGB agent Natasha Romanova, known as Black Widow, is one of the greatest spies ever and is one of the best agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has ever had. One of the best agents S.H.I.E.L.D. has ever had. She's a longtime member of the Avengers and was a founding member and the only leader of the short-lived Los Angeles-based super team, the Champions. So, Black Widow is my tier 8 class, the one that we're starting with. As the summary said, her real name is Natasha. Although, honestly, she has so many aliases that she goes by as well. Black Widow being the most obvious one. She also goes by Nat. She goes by Tasha, apparently, according to this. She is 30 years old in appearance, but technically she is 90 years old. I don't know how that happened. Like, I know this character. I don't know every in and out about her. And she is classified as a human or enhanced super soldier and intelligence agent. As for her...
Yes.
You good?
Yeah, sorry, I was confirming.
As for her powers and abilities, she has superhuman physical characteristics, so like super speed, super strength, but not anywhere near like destruction of city blocks wide. She is a master martial artist, an expert acrobat, expert marksman, expert tactician, expert at espionage, stealth, disguise, infiltration, and demolitions. She's a skilled hacker, immune to most infections and diseases and disorders. She can control her heartbeat, peak human senses, and peak human mental resistance. Extended longevity, multilingual, so she can speak like Russian as well as English, Japanese. Basically, if there's a language, she can speak it. She has gifted intellect. She is a graceful dancer and a master seductress.
Yeah, those last two are really going to come in handy.
Yeah, against a 12-year-old boy.
Kidding. Keep going.
Anyway, her attack potency is small building levels, so comparable to Daredevil and with the Punisher. So basically, there's still human levels that she can attain, but she can't like take down a building with a single punch. Large building level plus with the Black Widow bomb. Some Black Widow bombs cause a big explosion of this size, so big enough to take down the building. She also has massively hypersonic speed and reactions, so she can't run that fast, but she does have those kind of reaction speeds, so she can dodge a flying arrow. She can tend to dodge bullet fire from what I've seen of her as well. Lifting strength at least class 1, she can lift 500 pounds, comparable to Punisher, who can snap necks while they are straight. And her striking strength is small building class. Her durability is small building level. She has high stamina, with her range being human melee range, so just like arm's length, several meters and kilometers for firearms. And do you want me to just read like literally everything?
I think we should just. I think like I think we should.
As for her standard equipment, her gauntlets have wrist cartridges that containing various tools of the spy trade, be it tear gas, pellets, a radio transmitter, and spring-loaded cable. Various automatic weapons and firearms, combat knives, and explosives as needed. She also uses a device often referred to as the Widow's Bite that is capable of emitting highly potent electric shocks with a maximum of about 30,000 volts. As for her suit, It is synthetic stretch fabric that has been augmented to be highly resistant to damage, even small firearms and high temperatures. Microscopic suction cups on her costume allow her to scale walls and cling ceilings, just as her namesake, or just like Spidey, just without powers. As for her gauntlets, the Black Widow's gauntlets are wrist cartridges containing various tools of the spy trade. Wait, you literally just said that. It's literally right above that. Why are you copying it? Moving on. Her intelligence is extremely high, on par with Steve, be it Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America.
I don't think we have to read the rest of all that. Like, she's just very smart.
She is smart, yeah, because I mean, I said it's bilingual and like everything else. But her
Yeah.
weakness is regular human weaknesses, so she can still be taken down by a stray bullet or being beaten in combat. Except for the diseases, she basically is human underneath all of this exterior. And that is honestly all that is on here. Though I will,
I mean, that is a lot.
that is a lot, and it is a lot to be reckoned with, be it Boruto or really anyone else who gets in Black Widow's way. However, guys, I will say this. I know there are several hundred versions of basically every Marvel character ever. The Black Widow that I'm reading the summary of is the Black Widow Marvel Comics specific edition. Like, I'm not reading an Ultimate Universe, or I'm not reading the MCU universe. It specifically does say Marvel Comics on the page that I am reading on. So that is the version that I am using for this.
Yes. Okay. I think you've done a very good job covering Black Widow. That was good. That was really good. So, I am covering the Maverick Knucklehead Ninja's son, the worst version of Naruto. I am covering Boruto Uzumaki, the main character. So, who is Boruto Uzumaki? He is the son of the 7th Hokage. His mother is Hinata, thus he has Hyuga traits within him, and he is getting in the Hidden Leaf Village, who works alongside Sarada and Mitsuki with his he's also taught by Konohamaru, and later on in the series, Sasuke Uchiha does become his sensei and teaches him a couple of techniques. So, let's go into who he is. So, human ninja. Powers and abilities include superhuman physical characteristics, chakra manipulation. He's an adept hand-to-hand combatant. He has duplication with his, obviously, Kagibon Shino Jutsu. That was a Shadow Clone Jutsu, just for the non-sub fans. He has breath attack. I think that's referring to wind release. Energy absorption, explosion manipulation with his attack bombs. He has weapon mastery, so he's very adept with like kunais and shuriken. He can enhance his physical capabilities with chakra. He has limited acupuncture with his gentle fist style. He can use the gentle fist style. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's okay. He also has been shown to be able to do water and lightning release as well. And then he can do shapeshifting with his substitution jutsu. He can replace himself with inanimate objects, most times being a log. Speed enhancement with his shunshin, and he has surface scaling. Obviously, we've seen all the ninjas in Naruto walk on water, walk on trees, walk on walls, walk on ceilings. Like, that's just his roster of powers and abilities. Attack potency is city block level. Even as a Ninja Academy student, Boruto was hailed by his peers and even teachers to be extremely skilled as a shinobi for his age, with Kakashi Hatake comparing Boruto's skill to that of a Chunin, despite the latter not even being a getting yet. When he was a Ninja Academy student, people were like, "Oh, he's as strong as a Chunin." And one thing I've noticed about the when they were Academy students, at least in Boruto, like, they were just overpowered. Like, I just remember one episode where like Boruto learned how to do a summoning jutsu, like not even being taught. It was ridiculous. And then he's at least multi-city block level plus, because he could be evenly matched with Kawaki in Taijutsu, and higher with chakra swords. Finally, his speed is hypersonic because it's comparable to Sarada and Mitsuki. Lifting strength is at least class 10. Striking strength is a city block class, just his regular punch. But with his chakra blades, chakra sword, he can do multi-city block plus striking strength. Durability is city block level. Stamina is high. His range, standard meterly range, several meters with Rasengan and his kunais and shuriken. Standard equipment, chakra sword, kunais, shurikens, all the whole ninja shebang. Weaknesses, he's very overconfident in his skill, and he was he's still prone to losing his temper. He's very invested into something, so that's definitely the truth. Then his notable techniques, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, Hotshot's favorite, the Harem Jutsu, the Sexy Jutsu, a Rasengan. He's been able to do a Vanishing Rasengan by combining Wind Style with the Rasengan. So literally, he threw his Rasengan, it disappeared in the air, and then it came back and reappeared. With it, he invented a new sort of Rasengan, the Vanishing Rasengan. So he's able to do Gentle Fist with his Taijutsu. And then he has this thing called the Hoka Ranbu, a taijutsu technique that Boruto learned from Sasuke Uchiha. He attacks an opponent with a kick and it follows with a punch. Another kick from the opposite leg. All right, this is some Rock Lee thing. Jogan, he has his right eye can become a blackens and becomes a sort of a Kugan. It only activates whenever Boruto is in danger, and it allows him to use his Gentle Fist. So he can only use the Gentle Fist when he activates this. Karma, a seal with Boruto's right hand palm that he received after defeating Momoshiki, significantly amplifies his stats. So apparently he can absorb ninjutsu with his Karma. Wind style, like I said, the Gale Palm. Boruto Stream is just a combination of him using the Gale Palm and the lightning. So basically, he has two clones. They both do Gale Palm, which is they put air in their palms and then they propulse Boruto with it. And then he has like a lightning style attack, and he like as he's being propulsed to the opponent, like he just destroys the opponent with a lightning style. So like I said, he has a lightning style. I'm not gonna use the gauntlet, so he has no purple, none of this purple lightning crap. Now water release, he has he's proven to be able to do some water release, and that basically covers Boruto. There's a lot here to this character. So when we initial thoughts here, Hotshot, when you compare Boruto to Black Widow, who do you think has an upper hand?
If we're just talking like power and durability, I honestly would say Boruto. But when you throw in their personalities and their experience and like the way that they actually fight, I'm honestly leaning more onto Black Widow.
Okay. I think you have a point. I think if we compare them strictly as physically adept people, Boruto is more physically adept. Can we agree on that?
Boruto is definitely more physically adept, yeah. But when it comes to like experience,
I think. Yeah, being and like mentally, I think she's better off. I think that's where the battle is like. That's the argument part. So in a battle, and this is like they randomly meet up, no prep time. That's how we're treating these battles. Let's go. When we're talking about their attack potency, Boruto is higher, and then when we talk about speed, Black Widow is faster.
Black Widow is actually faster, yeah. She has hypersonic, massively hypersonic plus instead of just hypersonic.
Boruto has more lifting strength, whatever. Striking strength, Boruto has more striking strength.
He also has more durability. They both have high stamina.
Boruto has a longer range.
How much was his range?
Several meters with Rasengan and Kunai. She just has a melee.
She has several meters and kilometers with firearms.
Kilometers. Never mind. She has more range. Okay. Oh, interesting.
So basically, if he summons, like, say, if he does a summoning and is on top of his summoning or anything like that, she can still snipe him down. But I will say she does have a distinct advantage on a fighting style because not being part of the Naruto universe, she doesn't have chakra and she can't be shut down with her chakra points being shut down. So Gentle Fist with her, like, it would hurt, but it won't shut down like the Gentle Fist is meant to do.
No, definitely. I do think Boruto can overwhelm her though with like the Shadow Clone Jutsu, like multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. Boruto will be able to overwhelm her with that, and then Wind Style, Lightning Style, and Water Style is also like things she's also use
fought.
to
she's also fought foes with those types of powers before, though. Like she's even, I don't believe she's actually won against him, but she has fought against Thor, where like hit with his lightning powers. Like she's no stranger to like otherworldly powers like this. But I think what it really comes down to, and a really big advantage that she does have, is Black Widow, being a trained spy for over 90 years, can keep calm in basically any situation. Meanwhile, Boruto is prone to, basically, if he doesn't win, is prone to get very angry, very aggravated, and very, like, basically, like, why aren't you dead, in kind of a way. Like, why can't I beat you? Why can't I win?
No, definitely. I understand that. I still feel I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But I feel like his physical skills, like attack potency and durability, like he has more techniques.
He has more techniques, yeah. But you forget that Black Widow's main profession is a spy. Be it that she basically has to go her time like being undetected and she has been trained as an assassin. So she...
No, right. But this is like these two characters randomly.
No, I
meet
know,
up.
I know, I
She's
know,
not
but she has the ability to conceal herself very quickly and the ability to basically disappear into plain sight, even if it's just those two on the field. She can use her surroundings to easily evade like any detection. And with her not having any chakra, even if he was managed to use the Byakugan, he can't find her because she doesn't have chakra points.
No, I agree. I understand with that. I still think that physically he has her, and that's gonna be the nail in the coffin. I think she can overwhelm him, and she can like piss him off, and blah blah blah. But like when it's a battle to the death, Boruto has been able to show over and over again in the series to be able to. He comes up with really smart, intelligent tactics with shadow clones. He's able to distract his opponents. He hasn't really been defeated like ever in the series.
Because he's the main character. He has plot armor.
No, I know he does have plot armor, but like unfortunately, like physically, this plot armor he's just been able to like get through all these hardships, right? And like I'm sure Black Widow's been defeated before. I just feel like physically in this battle, I really think he takes it. That's how I feel. I don't know. What do you think?
When it comes to just a battle of pure strength and like nothing but pure strength, I'm gonna agree with you. But if we're throwing in everything like their tactics, their intelligence, their past experiences, like everything that we've seen in their past, as well as like how they actually fight and cooperate in the field, I'm still gonna have to give it to Widow because she can be invisible to his detection. She has been trained as an assassin, and basically, like, yeah, even if he can destroy like an entire field in one move, she has been shown to have like pure calmness and everything in like that kind of line of fire and being able to be calm in that situation.
Okay, we've talked about like let's like go into an actual fight in that case. Okay, what's the worst? Like, what's the best scenario for her? Like, what's the best strike she can give Boruto? Like, let's say she's hidden. Boruto can't figure out where she is.
Right.
What's her best call? What's her best call to like hit Boruto? Like, what does she do to hit Boruto? Probably one of her bombs. Right?
Either one of her bombs, or she also has multitude of firearms that she can go several kilometers with that Boruto would never see coming.
No, he would never see coming. But the fact of the matter is, like, shapeshifting with substitution, like he's gonna be able to substitute and avoid that. And then with one hit, and then he can know where she's coming from, and now he's better prepared. Do you see what I mean? He kind of has like things to fall back on here that she really doesn't. Because if Boruto strikes her with a vanishing Rasengan, like it's almost over. If he strikes her with lightning style, she's even more screwed. If he does shadow clones, like let's say, oh okay, they're all over there. Let me shoot one. Boom, that one was a shadow clone. Like there's more in Boruto's field here that allows him to take it. Like, I'm just talking globally here in a fight, right? What's the worst thing that she can do? Throw him a bomb. What can Boruto do? Water style, lightning style. He could try to, like, acupuncture her. Obviously, doesn't have chakra points, but still can hurt her. He also has explosive with his tags, and he could set up traps with his tags, which he's shown to do before. There's too much on Boruto's side here.
All right, I concede.
Sorry, my mouth was far from the mic. Okay, so, okay, well, in that case, Boruto is declared as the winner for this battle. All right. Sorry, Hotshot.
You don't sound sorry.
I'm really happy I won, but I'm sorry still.
Those are two different conflicting emotions.
But like, okay, I'm trying. Okay, I'm not trying to be a sore winner.
Okay.
Thank you for conceding, and I'm ready to go to the next one. So, and you are announcing it. So this is all you, Hotshot.
Next up on our Tier 6 fight, we have Dr. Doom versus Hiei? Help me.
Hiei! From Yu Yu Hakusho.
Also known as Jaden's favorite anime of all time.
No, it was a very favorite, but then I met Zankyou no Terra, and Zankyou no Terra, she's a good one. All right, sorry.
We're not talking about that. We're talking Marvel versus other anime.
Yeah, and it's Doctor Doom from the Ultimate Marvel Comics.
This is Ultimate Doctor Doom. Yes.
Okay. Would you like me to go first, or would you like to go first on this one? Because Hiei has quite the bit. Yeah, Doctor Doom has way less than Hiei here. All
right. Let me just go ahead and get Doom out of the way then, since you went over Boruto before we discussed. So we'll just always do Marvel first. All right, so keep in mind, guys, this is Ultimate Doctor Doom, or Doctor Doom from the Ultimate Universe. Victor Von Doom was the Latvian classmate of Reed Richards, also known as Mr. Fantastic. They worked together on Reed's Negative Zone project. He, however, messed up on the calculations, resulting in Reed, Sue, Ben, Johnny, and himself becoming mutated. After the event, he was changed into a being with metallic skin. He began to hate the others, believing it was their fault. Because of this, that he became Doctor Doom. So he became their main antagonist and their main villain. So
he created his own antagonist, is what
he
happened.
created himself, yeah. So his fuck up, but he blamed it on the wrong people since it was their project. He blamed them even though it was his mistake, so he basically swore revenge against them.
Damn, I like this.
So, his real name is Victor Von Doom. He is a male. Just go against, like, all the things that just don't matter. As for his powers and abilities, he has superhuman physical characteristics. He has magic. He has mind manipulation. He has possession. He has also switched bodies with Reed Richards at some point. He has poison manipulation. He is capable of discharging the poisonous remains of his internal organs into a gaseous form. And his attack potency is Island level plus. He easily ripped the arm off the zombified version of the Thing, who is made of solid rock. And his speed is actually unknown. His lifting strength is unknown. His strike strength is unknown. His durability is Island level plus. His stamina is unknown. His range is standard melee range physically unknown with magic. His standard equipment has none. All of his abilities are his and his alone without equipment. And his intelligence, he is a genius master of magical techniques and spells, manipulated the events of Ultimates 3, and he has no known weaknesses. This is a tier 6.
So you picked Dr. Doom.
Yeah,
right?
I picked
Obviously.
him.
Yeah. He has many unknowns. Are you able to fill any of those blanks with what you've seen? Because if you picked him, you know him, right? And you're a Marvel nerd. Do you have any abilities to fill the blanks?
Yeah, he becomes God. I'm not kidding.
So the unknowns are basically like max level.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
So with this speed, he can be anywhere at any point.
He has been able to move so fast that he can create multiple copies of himself, but he can also do that with magic.
Okay. Has he ever lifted? Does he even lift, bro?
He lifts with magic. He lifted his entire colony. As well as an entire island made by Magneto, if my memory serves me well.
Okay. And has he ever punched, bro?
He was... I mean, most of his magic is... Most of his abilities are his magic base. Like, his potency with spells, his potency with, like, being able to deflect and being able to basically blast everything else into oblivion.
Okay, and then his stamina. Anything on that?
He actually does not get tired. He's basically a living robot at this point.
Okay, so all right.
Like, basically, he has taken down Galactus. That part I do know.
So he's OP broken. Okay, overpowered and broken.
Yeah, this is my anime character in Marvel.
Okay, amazing pick. And this battle is really interesting to me. I'm going to go over Hiei before giving my thoughts here. Hiei's page has way more information. It's definitely more filled out. So I'm going to go over who Hiei is. And then, so he's a demon, and he's one of the main characters from Yu Yu Hakusho. He was born to an ice maiden and a fire giant, and he was cast out and thrown over a mountain at a very young age. Towards the end of the series, they go over this. And after that, he receives a Jagan Eye, and this Jagan Eye allows him to use a Jaganshi form, which I'll get more into. And then he later on finds out he has a sister called Yukina, and then he joins the main gang with Yusuke, Kurama, Kuwabara, and he participates in the demon tournament. Like he's a main character of Yu Yu Hakusho. So he is a demon, and at the end of the series, he's the S class, which is the highest class demon you could be. Powers and abilities include superhuman physical characteristics, longevity, he's a very skilled swordsman and hand-to-hand combatant, regeneration, fire manipulation, his normal flames, Vapor Bui steals battle axe, making them over 3,000 degrees Celsius. And he, at the same time, his dark flames are even hotter. He has hellfire manipulation after image creation. He's very fast as well. Astral projection, can naturally separate his physical body with his spirit. Clairvoyance, with his Giganshi form, Giganshi High, he has telekinesis, flight, paralysis inducement, aura, key manipulation, energy manipulation, telepathy, mind manipulation, enhanced vision, transformation into his Giganshi form, and he has he has resistance to cold and hot temperatures. Like he's hot and cold. Like ice does not do anything to him. Fire doesn't do anything to him. Attack potency. Should I just go through the highest attack potency?
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah, okay. So Doctor Doom was said he was Island Plus level. This is where he has a big advantage. He's multi-continent level, almost equal to Yusuke Urameshi, absorbing the Koku Ryuha would further increase his destructive capacity, and he fought against Mukuro. Mukuro is one of the top gods of Yu Yu Hakusho, but he was easily defeated. Mukuro was definitely he could destroy continents, multiple continents at the same time. His speed is massively hypersonic. He was Mukuro commented that he was fast, has consistently proven that he is one of the swiftest individuals in his reality. When you think of Yu Yu Hakusho and you think of speed, he is Hiei is the mark. How fast can someone in Yu Yu Hakusho can go? It's Hiei. He is the fastest in Yu Yu Hakusho. Bottom line. Lifting strength, he's class T. And his striking strength is also multi-continent class. He's superior to Sensui. And Sensui is a character who could literally punch mountains and destroy them, by the way. I could punch a mountain, but I won't do anything. If Sensui punches the mountain, bye-bye mountain. Finally, his durability. It's also multi-continent level. He survived a punch from an enraged Mukuro, who is one of the strongest fighters in the existence. However, he was incapacitated after for an extended period. So he's been able to take a multi-continent punch level, but he was very tired afterwards and incapacitated. Stamina very high, was able to use 2 Ensastu Koryohashis and remains conscious for a good while. Okay, you know what? This is okay. So when Mukuro, the last arc of Yu Yu Hakusho Hotshot, Mukuro is one of the gods of Yu Yu Hakusho, and he recruits Hiei. He's I want you to be my guy, right? He's you're one of the strongest demons out there. I want to recruit you. And he does this thing for an entire year or so. This ridiculous amount of time. He locks Hiei in this room, which is basically this forest, and all of Mukuro's best henchmen and fighters try to kill Hiei for an entire year. He's stuck there. All he has is the sword and the claw on his back. That's all he has, and he has and he has to survive for 200 days, and he was able to go through all of that the entire time. So he's extremely his stamina is insane. It's on crazy levels. He has extended melee range with his sword, with attacks like the Darkness Dragon Flame, hundreds of meters, tens of kilometers. Standard equipment, his sword. Intelligence, very, very smart and highly perceptive. His weaknesses, he's sometimes arrogant, and if he uses the Darkness of the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, he has to hibernate for a couple of hours. So that's that. His notable techniques: Jagan Eye, the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, the Fist of the Mortal Flame, the Flamethrower, Sword of the Darkness Flame, and that's all of his techniques. Basically, the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, he uses his energy, and from Demon World, he summons the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. He lures the dragon from the pits of Demon World into the living realm with his energy. The dragon's ooh, what's this? And then he brings it out, and this dragon is insane. And once he uses that attack, and he really he's been able to use it and not have to hibernate. But if he uses it multiple times, he has to hibernate for a couple of hours. So that's Hiei, all in all. Okay, this is a really interesting matchups. So initial thoughts, Hotshot.
I actually just found a second page for his abilities.
Okay.
But going off of the info that we do have, it does sound like more of a fight than I initially thought. But with basically everything that I was able to find on Dr. Doom reveres him as almost that of a god or god level entity, or god level powers essentially, unless he gets overtaken or thwarted overhand or anything like that. I honestly feel like this one is going to have to go to Doom.
I have to agree. I think that like Hiei is gonna be able to survive for a little bit here and there. The thing is like if Hiei hits Doctor Doom with the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, right, this multi-continent level attack, what happens?
Explain the Darkness attack one more time.
Okay, so he uses his energy.
Right.
And he draws the Dragon of the Darkness Flame from the pits of Demon World. So this dragon travels an entire different realm, shows up, and this dragon is like super mega powerful, and he's able to destroy an entire continent. It's what we've seen, especially with his Giganshi form, and it just wipes out. If it's super high temperature. It's this black dragon. It's like it's OP. It's very OP, and it's very broken. If Hiei hits Doctor Doom with that, what happens?
Doom is able to resist very, very high temperatures thanks to his metallic body, which I know that's contradictory because metal should be getting hot and melt to your skin like as you're dealing with it. But with him, he's actually dealt with like a supernova level blast like right to his entire metallic body and able to just walk like nothing has happened. So, I mean, I don't exactly know how hot a supernova gets, but I imagine it's going to be like somewhere similar to this kind of level of a direct hit. So, it will weigh him down, do not get me wrong. It will like have an effect on him, but Doom will bounce back, and the reason for that is even if he does get hit, he does have a super regenerative healing factor that I found. The extent and the speed is kind of unknown, although it is not unlikely to revere this as the same level as Wolverine's. So basically it's like an instantaneous as long as he's just like focused on healing for like 10 seconds and he's back on his feet.
Okay, wow. First of all, I looked up how hot a supernova is. How many times do you think it's hotter than the sun's
100?
core? The core of the sun.
A million?
6,000.
Damn.
6,000 times. That's hotter than anything he has ever dealt in the Yu Yu Hakusho. And then I thought like another thing I want to bring in, like Makuro would be a good way to look at to compare, because he and Makuro do have like a lot of practice together, and I really think like still that like he would be able that Doctor Doom was gonna win this. I really think Doctor Doom wins this. I think it's ridiculous. He shouldn't be a tier 6. Sorry.
I think this this site that we're using, I mean, keep in mind, this site that we're using can be easily influenced by fans and edited by fans. It can completely be edited. All you have to do is click the edit tab. However, I don't feel like it's completely not fair, but there's another word I'm trying to use. Accurate, I guess.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. So
because
I mean, very experimental.
we went with what was Boruto compared to Black Widow? They were both tier 8, right? Yeah, so someone who can destroy like several city blocks in a move was in the same tier as someone who could only do that with one building with a massive bomb. That's kind of unfair.
Yeah, no, it's completely true. So, like I said, experimental podcast. Dr. Doom wins this one, which means we're 1-1 apiece.
1-1 apiece, so we have a tiebreaker fight.
Hotshot, I'm winning it. Hotshot, listen. I'm winning this one. I am winning. Hotshot, bring it on. You're not winning, Hotshot.
Okay, well, answer me this. What do you know about my guy on this one? What do you know about my guy?
Spoil. I know a little bit about your guy. I don't want to say. I'll say what I know after you announce. Okay, how about that?
You'll let me announce?
Because I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. I think. Are you good on this battle?
I'm good. I'm good on Hiei versus Doctor Doom. Yeah.
All right, let's go. 1-1. Let's go.
So the tiebreaker fight between me and Jaian is Cable Marvel Comics version versus Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z.
And Super. Thank you. Don't you think? Okay, so I know that. Do you want to say more, or should I, or can I go?
Do you want to go first on this one?
No. Do you want to say anything else about the fight before I say what I know about the Cable? Because you were
okay. Yeah, go for it. What do you know about Cable?
Okay, so basically this is tier 4, by the way, guys. This is like our high tier battle. I know that he is basically a soldier with a crazy amount of weaponry. I know that he is the son of Jean and Cyclops. And I know that he's very broken, apparently. and he can go back in time, or he can time travel. I've heard he has like a bunch of like ridiculous broken abilities. This is what I know. Is that accurate?
That's accurate, but you don't know anything about any of his feats or anything like that.
I mean, I went through his page quickly.
So you don't really know any of his feats.
Not yet. And the audience doesn't either. So go ahead, Hotshot. Go first.
Cable is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics, most commonly in association with X-Force and the X-Men. Nathan Summers first appeared in Uncanny X-Men, which Nathan Summers is Cable's real name. While Cable's identity was created by writer Louis Samuelson, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and artist co-writer Rob Liefeld, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong too, first appeared in Mutants number 87. Like Jaden said, he is the son of Cyclops, Scott Summers, and Madeline Pryor, or Jean Grey's clone, and the half-brother of Rachel Summers. He was born in the present Marvel timeline, but was sent to a distant future. Basically, imagine a Superman, but instead of being sent to a different planet, you're sent to a different time. So then,
damn.
His age is several decades at the least, and his classification is a human mutant. His powers and abilities are superhuman physical characteristics, telepathy, telekinesis, illusion, creation, telepathy, expert marksman, and hand-to-hand fighter. He's a matter manipulation and a memory wiping, and BFR. What the f*** is a BFR?
I was actually looking into that right now. BFR, short for battlefield removal.
The f*** is battlefield removal?
Opponent. I'm reading the paragraph, Hotshot. Calm your ginger pants.
Calm.
Okay, seriously. Referring to one opponent, forcing the other outside of the arena of combat for long enough. Okay, Kakashi using Kamui. That's
okay,
BFR.
fine.
'Cause you're
Basically, like, okay, I don't want to fight
But
you
then-
right now. Go away.
But apparently he has types 1, 2, and 3. I don't know what that means.
I don't either. If you can look into that real quick for me while I keep going.
I don't know. Whatever.
So
He can
his
remove
attack
people from the
potency
battlefield.
is
Keep going.
multi-city block level. He is physically stronger than Deadpool, but he has also been known to have a solar system level, said to be able to extinguish the stars with very little effort, and he fought evenly with the Silver Surfer. Literally a cosmic being. His speed is massively
Whatever.
hypersonic plus, as is combat speed. He is swifter than the Black Panther. And he is also massively FTL in combat speed. FTL. Faster than light. He is massively faster than light. His lifting speed is unfortunately unknown, but his
Lifting speed?
Do what?
You said lifting
well,
speed.
that's unknown too, but as is his lifting strength.
No, lifting speed. That's not a thing. You
That's
can't
a thing
lift
now.
the
Yes,
speed.
you can lift with great speed.
No! You can't lift speed.
You can lift speed.
Speed is movement.
Look, I'm lifting Flash.
No!
That is great lifting speed.
Stop it. Stop it. You can't lift
You can lift
speed.
speed. I'm picking
Stop.
up Sonic. I'm picking up
You're
Flash. I'm picking up Dash. I'm
poisoning
picking up
the youth.
Roadrunner.
You're poisoning the youth. Stop poisoning the youth.
You can lift speed, kids. It's okay. You
Keep
can
going.
also punch speed.
Shut up.
As for his striking strength, it is multi-city block class or solar system class. Yes, really. His durability is multi-city block level. He has survived the landing impact from an explosion that destroyed a spaceship and flung him back to Earth, and he survived, also known as solar system level again. His stamina is very high, and his range is planetary. You're on a distant planet, you're not safe. He can still get you. But his weakness, I'm gonna skip over intelligence and stuff. His weakness is he has great ability to blunt attacks, but not against sharp objects, and he's not bulletproof either. He's forced to use 20% of his power to prevent the Tronico organ virus from spreading. So basically, like Tony Stark has the shrapnel in his heart, and he has the arc reactor to prevent them from getting there, Cable basically has to always use 20% of his actual power to prevent his life-threatening virus from spreading into the rest of his body. So he's not even fighting at 100%. And he's able to do all of this shit.
I mean, this is insane. This is insane.
Yeah, so it's going to be more of a fight than you thought?
I still think I'm going to win. Honestly.
All right, go.
But like, so here's the thing. When you think of Dragon Ball, right? You think of like, what is the first thing that ever happened in Dragon Ball? What is, like, if you had to look at, like, not even Dragon Ball Z, forget Dragon Ball Super, like, what is the first thing that ever happened in Dragon Ball Hotshot? Like, the first action, the first anything ever.
Raditz versus Goku?
Like, before that, Before that, Hotshot. Like really before that. Like think of like Goku being sent to Earth before that. Like what's the furthest thing, the first thing you can think of?
Frieza destroying Vegeta?
Right. Frieza destroying Vegeta, right? Okay. There's something called the immemorial time. And this is when Majin Buu is formed. He cycles between rampages and long hibernations, doing numerous iterations of this cycle. So, and the Dragon Ball timeline, like the Dragon Ball history, like this is like over 100 million years before Goku's even like anything. Okay? So I just want to set that up to make you understand how far back this guy goes. This guy has over 100 million years of existence and like destruction and experience. Like this is, it's, okay?
Okay.
Just to okay. So Majin Buu, he's from the immemorial time, and basically, during his rampages, he absorbed evil elements of races, eradicated like a bunch of them. He was just like an evil creation, and like you've all seen Dragon Ball at this point. So his gender is male apparently, and he's from the Majin class. His powers and abilities, guys, there's so much stuff Majin Buu, and this is why I really think like I think Cable doesn't have a chance, man. This is like, okay, master martial artist, superhuman physical characteristics, magic, key manipulation. He can strengthen his blast, home in on targets, create defensive barriers. Key sensing, can locate anyone's key. Self-sustenance, types 1, 2, and 3. You know, when Vegeta blows himself up and then just a bunch of mini Boos from the original Buu, he can self-sustain. Doesn't need to eat. Flight, space flight, telekinesis, absorption. He can absorb his opponents. Body control, due to his body's elasticity, he can like shape himself into anything. Duplication, elasticity, shape-shifting, power mimicry. He's copied like the Kamehameha wave, like stuff like that. And then he has the after image creations. He has air manipulation, attack reflection. He has healing, transmutation, teleportation, dimensional travel, BFR as well, sound manipulation, portal creation, resistance to extreme cold, cosmic radiations, poison, mind manipulation, immortality types 1 and 3. Okay, if he's immortal, Hotshot, types 1 and 3, I need to look into what immortality. Type 1, eternal life, and he's immortal via regeneration. That's what he meant. And then he has high regeneration. All right, his attack potency, solar system level. After his training, he becomes much stronger. He's able to go against Super Saiyan Gotenks, like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which that's like solar system level attack. His speed, at least faster than light after his training. So his speed is faster than lightning plus. Lifting strength is unknown. Striking strength is also solar system class. Durability, also solar system level. He tanked an attack from Super Saiyan Gotenks. Stamina is infinite unless he fights another Buu or copy of himself. That's not going to happen. So it's infinite in this case. Range, standard melee range. Interplanetary with ki blast and attacks. Low multiversal and vice shout. By screaming, remember when Super Buu screamed and he created a new portal?
No.
Okay, he did that when he was fighting Gotenks in the hyperbolic time chamber. Like, he was just like, I don't want to be there anymore, blah, blah, blah. He screams and he created a portal. So he can, okay, standard equipment, nothing notable. His intelligence varies. Weaknesses, Majin Buu's energy can be worn out if he fights another Buu. Or that's not. Innocent and Kid Buu are both fairly unintelligent and prone to fooling around in fights, taunting and mocking opponents rather than going all out and destroying them immediately. We've seen that. In all of his forms, Buu has a short temper and is easily angered. Buu is influenced by the personality of those he absorbs, and he has absorbed... And as he absorbs more heroic individual, he will become less villainous and more good-natured. Notable attacks: Ki, human extinction attack, when he literally destroyed every single human on Earth. Kai, which is teleportation technique utilized by the Kais. Kamehameha, planet burst, Kid Buu's most powerful attack, and an immensely powerful sphere of Ki that he creates and shapes in his hand before throwing it to the planet beneath him, destroying it, and it has then enough power to destroy the Earth 10 times over. Vanishing beam, Buu's primary offensive attack, a pink wave of Ki fired from his hand. at high power. Vice Shout by releasing all of his energy. It screams sheer frustration. Super Buu can rip and open holes. Galactic Donut, my favorite attack. He can do it after absorbing Gotenks. Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. He also has magic. Buu knows a number of magical abilities that allow him to heal others and turn the others into food. Chocolate Beam, we all know what that is. And then the Majin physiology. Buu has an unusual amorphous physiology that he can manipulate as he pleases, allowing him to stretch his limbs to extreme lengths, shape his body into his body's mimicking others, rip off chunks. Like, he can do whatever he wants. And he has absorption. All right. That is everything that is written about Buu. That's a lot,
You can't
dude.
see it, but I'm waving a white flag.
dude, like, Cable is so beyond screwed.
Like I said before we even started talking about this fight, I don't believe this website is, like, the tiers aren't entirely accurate.
Agreed. Buu is ridiculous, guys.
Buu is not
like,
a
he
tier
can just
4.
absorb Cable.
He's not a tier 4. He's
He is.
easily like a tier... You said 0 was the highest, right? So I'm not going to say he's the highest, but he's at least a tier 2.
Agreed. There's a note here. It should also be noted that the difference between the lowest and highest bounds of solar system level is roughly a trillion times, making it incredibly inconsistent for even the strongest Buu saga characters to be listed as anything more than 4B.
You.
And also, due to considerable contradictions, we do not consider Dragon Ball Kai as part of the main canon.
Okay, I don't care about that part, but still, just... So basically, like, if I'm barely solar system level, and then you have fucking Buu, you're still a trillion times stronger than I am?
Well, no, it's saying like the size of the solar system. Okay, let's go blow for blow here. Okay, can we agree Buu has more techniques?
Yeah. That's not even a fight.
All right, and then he has more powers and abilities. He has the same attack potency.
Does he have the same attack potency? Multi-city block level?
Solar system level.
Solar system level said to be extinguished stars.
Look after that. Solar system.
Okay, no. Yeah, I got you. Alright.
Okay. His speed, Cable is faster.
Massively faster than Light Plus, yeah.
Okay. And then striking strength, even. Durability, Buu is the same solar system level. Standard equipment range. I mean, Buu has longer range with his, like, portals.
Buu has longer range, and he has unlimited stamina, whereas Cable's is just very high.
He has no standard equipment. And Cable's not bulletproof, dude.
Yeah, I'm aware. Why do you think I threw the white flag?
He's not bulletproof.
I'm aware. I said I lost.
Dude, you came into the battle with a Honda Civic, and I'm here with my tank.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Anime Podcasters, guys. Okay, we're done here. Bye.
Here's the thing, though. I want to give Cable a chance with this, Hotshot.
Don't.
Argue this with me.
I don't
Argue
see
this with me.
A way that he can. Like, even with the...
I see something. Let me see something. Okay, seriously. Here's the thing. Buu is going to toy around and goof off. Cable is a serious fighter. Do you not think he's going to have an opening somewhere somehow to, like, blow him up?
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter unless he
idiot?
gets literally every single cell of Buu. Because Buu can just regenerate.
Can he do that? But can he do that? Can he blow up every single cell of Buu?
I legit don't know. I don't know all of the ins and outs of this character.
If you had to put your money on it.
If I had to put my money on it, I would put it on Cable, because I'm sure there is an intergalactic weapon that he can use to vaporize every living cell of a being. And if he had the time to prepare and everything, I can say that he probably would have something. But off the top of my head, if I just had to pick a winner, just like, I'd have to go Buu. I don't really see a fast way. Besides, Cable isn't bulletproof like you said, and even though he has great durability against blunt attacks like punches, he is not durable to sharp attacks. So basically, if Buu found anything sharp, or like hell, even if he made part of his own body sharp, he would be able to just stab him, and that would be it.
Yeah. I think Buu takes this one, dude.
Again, I don't feel like I was in the right class because with how much you were reading about Boo, that's just absurd.
No, I agree. And I mean, like I said, experimental,
No,
right?
yeah, completely. It's just that when our primary source, it seems itself is broken. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, I get you.
All right, but I concede Boo wins this one.
All right. Next time, I think we need to think through our matchups a bit more if you want to do this again.
I'm going to say that's a big if. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right, guys. That's going to be everything for the podcast. That was quite interesting. So to round it out, Hotshot, who won what? What were the 3 battles and who won?
3 battles were, at first we had Boruto versus Black Widow, which we gave the win to Boruto. Next up, we had Ultimate Doctor Doom versus help me. Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho, which we gave the win to Doom. And then to wrap everything up, we had Cable from Marvel Comics versus Majin Buu, and we gave the win to Majin Buu.
Yes.
So if you guys had any other takes or anything like that about any of the fights, like if you guys thought Cable would have won, or if you guys thought Hien would have won, or Hiei, whatever, not good with Japanese names. If you guys had any thoughts about any of that, just feel free to comment below and let us know.
Exactly. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And if you guys want more like this, tell us. If you don't, tell us. Like, please, this is gonna help us guide the next topic, which is probably not gonna be the next episode. Will not be. No,
I know. I know what the next episode's gonna be. So I'll tell you after we're finished up.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
You already have an idea? Dope. All right. So I'm gonna let you plug away, Hotshot. Where can the people find you? What's going on with the channel?
You guys can go ahead and find me over here on JaianMusic on his channel. You guys can also find me, hopefully eventually, over at my channel on Hotshot Ginger at YouTube. You guys can also find me over at Twitter at Caution Ginger. So I'm usually there, and I've been trying to give you guys promises on my channel and updates on my channel and how things are going with that. Unfortunately, I am still in the process of getting the equipment that I need on how I want to run things the way I want to. So I can't give you guys a final date right now, but I do have projects that I am attempting to do, and Jaian knows exactly what I'm talking about, and he is actually trying to help me get it off the ground as well.
I just want 2019 to be like one Hotshot video.
That is my goal.
I'm really
one
trying.
Hotshot video and I'm set. I'm fine.
Yes, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying for you guys. This is a tough case.
I'm here on your channel. They're here for you. They're not here for me.
Yeah, but I still want you to upload. Anyway, no, we get it.
Anyway, Jaden, go ahead.
So in due time, guys. Yeah, so before Jaden...
Think the call cut
oh
out.
my god, I just called myself Jaden. Yeah, so it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to plug GoProKyo. He does all of the artwork for anime podcasters, so go follow him on Twitter at GoProKyo. He's available for commission for any animation, artwork projects, so go give him a follow and hit him up in the DMs. Super affordable rates and gorgeous artwork, so go check out GoProKyo. And then for myself, you can follow me on Twitter at JaianMusic. Facebook page is facebook.com/JaianMusic. You can also visit my website and hire me for audio services, JaianMusic.com. And if you want to support the podcast, give us a like on Facebook on facebook.com/anime podcasters. Don't forget, you can subscribe to the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and YouTube. So go check out all those links. And finally, thank you all so much for this episode of the podcast. And Hotshot, do you want to tell the people right now what the next topic is? Because I don't know what it is. Do we need to talk? Like, do you want to announce it now?
I'll announce it now, as long as you're just okay with whatever I say.
Oh man,
it's one that you'll like.
Know.
It's one that you'll like.
I don't know.
It's a type of podcast you haven't done with me before, but you have done in the past.
Okay, go ahead.
Season 1 of One Punch Man.
Oh, I've done that podcast before, but yeah,
well,
we can do another one.
Fine.
I'm down with that. I've done the season 1 of One Punch Man with Ben.
Well, you haven't done it with me.
So we're gonna do season 1 of One Punch Man. I think you should watch season 2 as well.
I need to get on Funimation.
You. Season 2 is.
Shut up! Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
I'm not gonna spoil, but if you're watching season 2 right now, you're listening to this podcast, you know exactly why I'm laughing. All right, bye guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Anime Podcasters.
Bye.
Bye.